So now that we have our hold interaction system in place, we need to first off go ahead and remove it from our barricade because the barricade just flat out, doesn't actually use it. So let's get rid of that. Next up, we want to go ahead and apply it to our pawn. So we're going to head to our pawns skg pawn, and we want to implement that interact interface. So the I interact interface. So let's include interfaces, the interact interface.h, and inherit from I interact interface. Now from here, we want to go ahead and basically we need to override some of the functions we've made. So specifically, for testing at least, the can interact is a duration interaction and get interaction duration. So we want the interact, the can interact, the was it something duration, the is a duration interaction, and get interaction duration. Now for the interaction duration, for now, I'm just going to return, say, I'll do 2. So that way testing's a little bit easier. Is a duration interaction, we want to return true. Can interact, we need to have our own condition. So same thing with interact, we need our own logic. So we can go ahead and implement the definitions. Okay, so for can interact, what we want to do is basically test the ability system component. So if the ability system component contains the down tag, then we want to interact. Otherwise, well, we don't. So we need to first off make sure that it is valid. So if get ability system component. So let's actually store it. So u ability system component, ability system component. So if this is valid, we want to check that. Otherwise, we just want to return false. So if the ability system is valid and we want to check and see, so return if the ability system component get owned tags, if get owned gameplay tags, if that if that has a tag containing tag underscore state downed, then we return true. Because if we are downed, we want to be able to be interacted with. If we are not downed, we don't want to be interacted with at all. So this will kind of go through and take care of that. So for our interact, let's do a UE log temp, warning, text, just to trying to revive. And we'll just print out the name. Okay, so now that we have that, we are ready to test. So let's head back into our project here. And it's probably not a bad idea to do some printing that was removed. Specifically, I want actually I already have that log. Go up here to manage held interaction. And I just want to know the hold time. So UE log temp, warning, text, hold time. Hold time. That way we can, first off, know that we are doing a hold interaction, and 2, making sure that it is, working. So I'm going to go ahead and run our live coding to rebuild with that log. And once we are done, we can test. So first off, we need 2 clients, do as a listen server, and let's just see if we can interact. So if I hover over him, we get the default message. And in our case, we don't really want that. So that's something we're going to have to fix, but we're at least getting the message. And if I hold F, nothing happens. So if I make myself go down, so I now have the downed tag, and I hold F, you can see we are getting the hold time, and we fired off the trying to revive this pawn. So now let's go ahead and flip this around. So on the server, I'm going to go ahead and down myself, and as the client, I can hold F, and we have revived this pawn. So that logic seems to be good to go. We just got to deal with the interaction, message stuff. So that's something that needs to be tweaked. So I'll figure that out later. I'm not too worried about it as of now. Basically, I can override this for the can interact or some other, say, condition. I'll figure it out. So we do our interaction, and that is good to go. So what we can do now, because we have the interacting actor, we know who the person that just revived us is, so we can do a check. So if we have authority, meaning we are on the server, we want to basically send a gameplay event to ourselves. So you ability system blueprint library, send gameplay event to actor, and the actor being this. Then the event tag is that revive tag. So tag underscore gameplay event underscore revived, and then we need a payload. So let's go ahead and first off, just make sure we manage those includes. So we have our data tags, gameplay event tags. We want to move those up. And we want to move the ability system blueprint library down. Okay, so now we need the payload. So it's the, what was it called? F gameplay event data. And I'll call it the payload. So we can pass that in. So for the payload, we want to set the instigator to be the interacting actor. So that way we know who to actually reward. And likewise, at some point, we may or may not want to set up, a specific, gameplay effect for the revive. We'll just have to kind of see. We already have our modify points. We just need a value. And I don't really know a value yet, but for now, we can just set the payload dot event magnitude to equal, 25. So at some point, we can give ourselves a reward of 25 points when we revive somebody. Okay, let's give this a try and make sure it works. Okay, so back in the editor, try with 2 clients again. And we'll make the server go down. So server is downed, pulls out the starting pistol when he can't move. I hold F on him. He is revived, in which case he pulls out his normal 1911 and he's able to move again. So now let's do server to client. So client pulls out the STG, gets hit once, gets hit twice, and goes down, pulls out the starter pistol. Server then starts to revive him. And everything is good. So we now have our revive system in place. And realistically, everything else in addition to this is going to be purely for effects. So going down into like the laying down stance, that's one of them. Maybe making the screen kind of gray, that's another, changing the post process, all that kind of stuff. And at some point or another, the game mode is going to have to dictate that the player, needs to die. So if he doesn't get revived within a certain time frame, we need to start kind of killing off the player, so to speak. But that'll be another task for another video. So now that we have this in, I will see you in the next video. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.